Hello everybody and welcome back to another build video. In this episode we are going to be finishing off the cube, or at least getting all of the main structure complete, and then we can start working on the inside as and when we need to, depending on what we decide to do with it. So I've gathered up some resources from my shulkers. I made a few more laboratory blocks and I've got a bit more calcite so we could continue doing this. And yeah, we're going to make a start on getting this completed. So the main things we need to do today is finish the ceiling on this floor, need to do the floor on the floor above, and then we need to do the interior walls and then glass everything. So there's a fair bit to do, but I wouldn't say as much as last time compared to getting the initial structure up and making sure everything was symmetrical and what have you. So we'll jump in, make a start, and there'll be a lot of just me building things, so enjoy. So the floor on this level is going to be able to have pipes running through it, so we're going to have laboratory blocks on the ceiling above. Then this floor there'll be an air gap, and then this delineates where the edges are, so when we're under the floor it'll make it easier to find stuff. But this is going to allow us to run pipes and power cables around the place without having a giant mess, is the theory. And nothing should be able to spawn in it because it'll only be one high. And unless I've royally forgotten something important, we should be free from any spawns in this gap because it will be only one high and therefore not a problem. The reason that I'm changing up this bit is effectively because this is going to serve as a way for me to sort of see where the walls are going to be. So this is going to be a central ring road you can get around, and then you're going to have the different rooms, and this is the wall that's going to go right up to the ceiling there as a big wall. So we need to make sure we've got the coverage to do that. Okie dokie, that's the floor for the second story finished. We've got the layout for the walls, which are going to go all the way up to the glass layer. And we've got the actual floor itself and the way into the ladder through here. Like I say, eventually this will be lifts, but for now it's just the ladder. So that's how that's going to work, and then we can go all the way to the roof as well. So yeah, that's the first bit done. I'm going to grab some glass now, because what I want to do is I want to actually do the roof of this in glass so that I can see where I'm at with regards to the height of this and make sure it's accurate, and then I can do the walls the same. So let's go grab some glass and we can do that. So this is basically going to mirror the side, which has got the glass all the way up into like this little framing edge, and then that should give us the appearance we need all the way around, and it will determine whether or not I've made that high enough. I think I might need to make it one higher all over to properly like come out of the top, but we'll do the edges first and then we'll run one of these across to the middle and check. Right, now the big test. Have I made it too short? I have made it too short by 1. So that, and we need to grab some white concrete. Don't want to fill in Oops. So then it matches the edge bits there. I will need more ladders. I do have some down there, so I'll have to go get those. But as a stopgap measure, that is fine. Let's go around the edges here. This gives us access to the roof, and then if we do at any point wish to extend this building, we can use this as an access point, and we can either then go into the side, or we can create a different shape, or we could just stack another one of these cubes directly on top, and this can be almost like the docking station between the two. So there's options there. Oakley dokley, that is the roof glassed and good to go. So that's a good start. Now we're going to go do the walls on the upper floor and see where we're at. I'm going to need to grab some scaffolding first though, I think, because I think I might need some. So let's just grab some of that. I can put some of this glass away for now because I don't think I'm going to be needing to do the side glass just yet. Although shortly, I'll grab the spare ladders I need for the roof as well and do that whilst I'm at it. That is the upstairs walls done, separating out the rooms. That's looking good. I like it. And then I also realised once lifts are in, if we do need to bring pipes across here, that could look quite cool, and they can just go through the central bit because it won't matter about this ladder eventually, which is quite nice too. So that is the walls up here done. Let's jump downstairs and do the same down here. Okay, that is all of the walls for downstairs interior done and upstairs done. I believe the last thing to do now is just do the glass. So that is all of the glass. Christ, that took a long time. All done all the way around the building and on the roof, and all the interior walls are done. We've been joined by Silence, who's jumped on just now, just in time for me to finish doing all the arduous glass building, I note, so typical. But we are going to be doing some experimentation with some lighting. So we've kind of got these edge lighting, which looks quite nice. We're kind of playing with how we can make this work, because it's the most modern looking lighting in the pack. We're going to play with how this looks and see if we can figure out a way to kind of make the whole thing look how we want, whilst also stopping mobs from spawning in here as well. This is just made using glowstone and just any old stone, basically. So kind of any stone. Glowstone, you get 6 pieces of it. I went to the nether earlier and grabbed just so much glowstone, like 2 or 3 stacks, so we can make a bunch of it. We're going to see what we can pull together and then go from there. So yeah, we'll get to that and I'll be back shortly. Okie dokie, so we have finished the lighting. I'll give you a little tour of that in a second. But yeah, this is what the finished building looks like. Obviously there's nothing in there yet, but I think it's come out rather swell myself. and everything's lit up so no mobs can get to us. So let's have a quick peek inside. We've got a framed door, so it's nice and matches everything. Got this all going up here, the central shaft in white, and then the grey blocks for the walls. We went with the edge lighting all around the edges, and then wrapping around the central trunk with these aluminum blocks at the edges, so it looks like they kind of feed into each other and create this nice lighting effect. And if we spend an inordinate amount of time slowly climbing this ladder, we get up here. Silence had the great idea to replace the pillars that are holding up the central beam with some nice frameless glass, just to give it a bit more openness as you're coming up the ladder or eventually coming up the lift. And again, same approach here. We've got these lights on that around the edges, connecting into the aluminum blocks. And then if we go to the roof, I replaced the torches that were all over the roof with some nice lights up here as well. So I wrapped some around the top there. I wrapped some in those sections and then around the edges, and that lights up everything to stop any mobs from spawning up here as well. So, all in all, it's looking rather good. A nice addition to the base. It's kind of a combination of the old film The Cube combined with the companion cube from Portal. Kind of accidental, but pretty decent. And yeah, I will take some shots once it gets to night time to show you what it looks like all lit up. Ta-ta for now.